But speaking of stunts,
Dun, dun,
now
dun.
is putting
Is this a segue?
in-
I thought
Yes,
this was
it
a
is.
segue.
Now
Oh, it is?
This is
yeah.
not a stunt, though.
So this is my question: is putting a female now as the new Pinhead in Hulu's upcoming reboot of Hellraiser a stunt?
No.
Or
No.
Shane, you probably
yeah,
have
when-
watched the franchise. Yeah, how do you feel about all this?
Who?
You.
Pinhead,
Pinhead
in the original.
Who's Pinhead?
You know Hellraiser, the guy with the pins coming out?
Yeah,
The what?
that's
Yeah.
what you guys
And
call
the
him. I
domination-
call them
The guy with the
Hellraiser.
pins
Yeah,
coming
No,
out.
I call
that's
him
his name. That's his name, Tater. No.
Pinhead? Okay.
Pinhead. No, because in the original like novelizations, Pinhead is an androgynous character, and they couldn't get away with that in the '80s when they cast him. I forget the name of the actor.
Okay.
So now they're choosing Jamie Clayton, who is a transgender actress who's been on things like Sense8, Designated Survivor, and a few other things. She was Keanu Reeves' girlfriend for a while. Casting her, I think, is a perfect way of, because now it's the same. I forget, was it Wes Craven or whatever? Who's the director? He's coming back to do the reboot, and now they can do it more faithfully to the original novels, where Pinhead was not male, was not female, was androgynous, and I think that the times finally allow for them to cast someone who is granted she's trans.
Are you talking about the blonde woman in Sense8? Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched that, and she acted as a trans character, and
Yeah,
I didn't
she's
know
trans
that
in
she
real
was
life.
actually trans.
Yeah, she's trans.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's playing Pinhead, and I think because the character is supposed to be androgynous, I personally think that's a good choice, and I think she'd be good for it. I don't know how people will
It
view
seems
that.
like people have received it very well.
I mean, you know what? Before we should have watched Sense8 before you guys talked about the Playboy thing, because I don't find women attractive. There was a lot of orgy stuff going on. It was still hot as hell.
It was
and I
hot.
was cool with it. I was
same
totally
here.
cool with it.
I don't.
It's like, there was a lot of men, there was a lot of women, there was a lot of touching, and I was like, okay.
That
Show
orgy
me more.
scene. That orgy scene in what is episode 5,
Amazing.
whatever, was
yeah,
hot as fuck.
amazing.
It was
And then
just
the ones where they're all having sex at different places with, and they're all feeling
this.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing.
That was a hot fucking scene.
Darius isn't amused by this.
Oh, I'm
It
so
is what
sorry.
it
He hasn't
is.
seen it.
I mean, not for nothing, and this is, there's some things that we talk about that you guys feel strongly about, and I'm just like, and okay.
But I mean, look, knowing that, going back to what we were talking about, knowing that Pinhead's supposed to be an androgynous character, I mean,
There's ways to
Well,
do
I didn't
that
know
without.
that.
there is. I don't think it has
Well,
to be a
I mean,
trans
I
actress,
think
but
it was harder
you know.
back then because he was very clearly, male in white paint.
Oh yeah, in the original movies, yeah.
Yeah,
But
he
do
scared
you
the shit
think-
out of me,
But
man.
the question I think, do you think is, do you
That
think
a
it would have
stunt?
been, well, one, okay, so 3 points. Do you, one, think it's not a stunt or is a stunt? Oh God, look at my thumb. Two, do you think it needed to be someone within the LGBTQIA plus community to play this person? Or could it have been someone who is a cisgender person playing someone androgynous? Or does it just not matter as long as it's a good fucking movie?
Androgyny doesn't have a gender.
This is true.
Androgyny just you're blending the lines between the two, so you can see one or the other in them.
Like you're blurring
So
the
it doesn't
lines.
matter what they are, as their.
But,
what?
I get you.
So that wouldn't matter to me either way. Now, since you told me that they wanted to originally make the character androgynous and just couldn't, and now that they can, I feel like they could have before. They just needed to find someone. Like I said, it doesn't matter their sexual orientation. Just find someone
it
androgynous.
did back in the day. It mattered back in the day. I think now, like you said,
I think it
Shane,
depended on
is the
like
right
getting
time.
funding for the movie.
He could have
like
been a
that.
straight white man that just looks really pretty, or the other.
In the
other
'80s,
way
we
around.
did have Prince, we had Boy George, we had all these,
Make me some pancakes, bitch.
I think music also allowed you
Is
to
that
blur the
what Prince
lines. Yeah. The shirts versus the blouses.
Shoot the
But,
J. Shoot it.
But anyway, I think music allowed you to blur the lines.
That's
a
a
little
good
bit more.
segue.
But
Wait,
what do you all
segueing
think?
into what?
As a comic book person, Ashley, what do you
That
think
was-
about the casting of Jamie?
That was
Wait,
from Chappelle's
Hellraiser is
show.
based off a comic too. What the?
Oh, I think it's based
be-
off I think it's graphic novella.
It
Novel?
might be a graphic
Yeah.
novel.
Graphic
I'm
novel?
actually not familiar with Hellraiser like I probably should be.
No, you're not the only
The
one.
movie scared the crap out of me.
They're
Yeah, it
good.
did.
They're really
Yeah, it
good.
did.
They're really good, like 80s, 90s horror films. Like,
Yeah.
They were scary. They were like grotesque.
The labyrinth
scary.
But they
The
were like real
labyrinth part
scary,
was
not like
like,
this bullshit that we have with like Halloween and stuff.
Is it?
No, it's a different kind of horror. It's a little bit
It's
more
not
in
thriller. It's more.
It's a little
Thriller
more
wasn't a horror, that
into
was
the
just a-
demonic. It's a little
No,
bit.
no, no. I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean
demonic.
thriller as a genre.
'Cause
not
he's a-
thriller.
It's like,
He's a
I
demon.
was like, that video wasn't that scary. They were dancing zombies.
Hell yeah! I was scared as a kid seeing that video.
Yeah.
You were?
Yeah.
What's funny
I
is
mean,
that-
at the last part when his
I was like
eyes
5.
get red or whatever
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
case
say
is,
that part.
that was the part.
That part used to
Scared
be
the
like,
shit out